it was that you come to the store, and he was very interested to hear about your being a pilot.
Marty who?
Marty Goodman, the man from Chicago who's helping us close the store.
Oh, that was fun.
What did you tell him about this?
I never told him.
About flying. He knew all about your being a pilot.
I don't know who told him. Maybe one of the fellows.
No, when you were down at the store.
I know, but I don't recall anything about flying.
Oh. Why did you learn to fly again?
I didn't drive a car, and I had this opportunity to take a plane ride. The mailman taught flying at Cram Field. That's in Davenport. And what happened, I think I told you more than once, we were chatting, and a plane was flying up, and I pushed that mailman, almost knocked him into a bushel basket full of potatoes. And they were a novelty back then.
What was a novelty?
Flying. Planes. They were, maybe you'd see one a month.
You're kidding.
I'm not. It was just something that...
What year was this?
Oh, I must have been about 17, 18, maybe 19 years old.
Okay, so
And
1920.
I'm 88 now.
Yeah.
I'll be 89 in April, which isn't too far away.
So this must have been around 1940. 1940.
Yeah, right around then. That was when planes were a novelty. And I heard this plane, and I knocked. I went, oh! And the guy was standing right in the doorway. I just shoved him. And I said, oh! And then he said, when the plane left, and I was still watching it, and he came over to me, and he said, have you ever been up in a plane? I said, no, but they just fascinate me, and I sure would like to. He said, what are you doing Sunday morning? And I said, nothing that I know of. He says, yes, I'll tell you what you're going to do. I'm going to pick you up, we're going to have breakfast, and then we're going out, and I'm going to give you a ride in my plane. Those weren't the exact words.
That's unbelievable.
They weren't the exact words, but he taught flying. That's what he did, because it was a Piper Cub. You could pick the back end up, I could, and turn that plane around. I just fell in love with it, with flying. And he took me up, and we flew around over the field, and I just couldn't believe, I had to pinch myself. I was so excited. And he said, did you enjoy that? I said, oh, I just loved it. He said, how about every Sunday morning I'm not working and your store's closed down on Sundays, I'll give you lessons, but you have to pay for them. I said, I can afford it.
How could you afford that?
Flying lessons back then, Bert and I were each drawing pretty good sized checks. We did a big business. There were no supermarkets to speak of. There was one, Tenenbaums, but the women didn't drive and didn't work then. So if they went to Tenenbaums to save a buck, they had to walk and carry the groceries home somehow themselves. They didn't have 2 cars in a family. Things were not, like they are now. The women just stayed home and they were housewives.